Hello, this is Jacqueline Powers, and I have a story for you tonight. A very special story, one I've been saving just for you. It's a story about a puppet. Now, before you let your mind wander off and start guessing, I want you to do something for me first. Just get comfortable. However you're listening to this right now, whether you're lying down or sitting back, curled up somewhere quiet, I want your body to find the position it most wants to be in, not the position you think it should be in, the one your body is already leaning toward. That one. Good. Now take a breath. A slow one, in through the nose and let it go, just like that. And while you're settling in, go ahead and click on the comments section and leave your cursor sitting there, patient and waiting. Now relax, because for now, all you need to do is exactly what you're already doing. Listening. Just listening to the story. If you've been enjoying these experiences with me, you're welcome to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next time I guide you under. And when your curiosity starts to pull you deeper, you'll find the Patreon details in the description. Once upon a time, there was someone who decided to listen to a hypnosis recording, just out of curiosity, really. They'd heard about hypnosis before, of course. Everyone has. But they'd never quite taken it seriously. It always seemed like something that happened to other people. Highly suggestible people. People who were, perhaps, a little more impressionable than they considered themselves to be. They had a perfectly good, perfectly capable, perfectly rational mind, and they were just going to listen, just to see, just to find out what all the fuss was about. So they pressed play and the voice began. Now, I want you to notice something. As I describe this person settling in to listen to that voice, you are settling in as well. And as I describe what they felt in those first few moments, that subtle shift, that quiet reorientation of attention, you might find something similar beginning to happen in you. This is natural. Expected. This is perfectly fine. You don't have to do anything about it. You don't have to resist it or encourage it. Just let it be whatever it is and keep listening, because the story continues. The voice on that recording was unusual, and the person noticed this almost immediately. Not unusual in a strange way, unusual in a compelling way. And there was a warmth to it, a kind of unhurried certainty with a rhythm that wasn't quite like ordinary speech, smoother somehow, more deliberate. And without quite deciding to, the listener found themselves paying very close attention. Without effort, they found themselves quite easily becoming focused on those words. That easy, that natural. The voice talked about relaxation, but not in the way people usually do. It simply described relaxation so precisely, so accurately, so intimately, that the body began to recognize itself in the description. "Oh," the shoulder said. "She means us." And they dropped just a little. "Oh," the jaw said. "She's talking about this." And it unclenched. "Oh," said the breath. And it slowed. And I wonder if you can feel that happening right now. As I describe it, your own shoulders, your own jaw, your own breath, just gently agreeing. There's nothing you need to do. Your body already knows how to do this. It's been waiting. All day, actually, perhaps all week, for someone to simply give it permission. So here it is. Permission to relax. Let that word move through you for a moment. Not just your muscles, though. Yes, them too. Softening now. Letting go. Any less pockets of held tension. Releasing like a slow exhale. The part of you that's always slightly braced for the next thing. The part of you that keeps a quiet running list of everything that needs to be done. The part of you that monitors and assesses and second guesses. Let all of those parts hear this word too. Relax. They can put their work down just for the moment, just for the length of this story. Everything will be exactly where they left off when they come back. But for now, they can rest. Good. Then they were noticing around this point that time had become somewhat elastic. They couldn't quite have said how long they'd been listening. A few moments, certainly. Maybe more. It was surprisingly difficult to care. The voice had a way of making the question feel unimportant, but not because it was avoiding the question, but because in this space, time simply didn't press on you the way it usually did. There was just now the voice, the steady, quiet rhythm of your own breathing, the sensation of sinking, and it was a sensation, subtle but real, as though the chair or the bed or the floor beneath them was somehow deeper than it had been a moment ago, as though gravity had gotten just a touch more generous, and they thought, this is what it feels like. This is what people mean. Not dramatic, not sudden, more like being slowly, gently, irresistibly drawn downward, like a current you don't have to fight, because fighting it never occurred to you. Like strings, yes, like something with very gentle, very patient, very certain hands had found the strings, the ones you didn't even know were attached to you, and had begun with the most exquisite care to take up the slack, not pulling, not yet, just holding, just letting you feel that there are strings and that someone is holding them, and that this, somehow, this feeling of being held is one of the most deeply comfortable feelings you've ever felt in your entire life. The voice was talking about the mind now, and this is the part that the listener found most surprising. They had expected the body to respond. Bodies are honest, straightforward things. Tell them to relax and they usually will, eventually. But the mind, their mind, specifically, was not that sort of mind that took suggestions easily. It was busy. It was analytical. It had opinions about things, but the voice didn't argue with the mind. It didn't try to push it anywhere. It simply acknowledged it the way you acknowledge an old friend. Yes, I see you. I know how hard you work, and then it painted a picture of a mind that was still, not asleep, not absent, just resting, the way a pond looks when there's no wind, perfectly reflective, perfectly calm, every surface smooth, a mind with nothing in it that needed to be anywhere else. And the listener's mind, being the kind of mind it was, curious, attentive, interested in experiences, found itself wondering what that could actually feel like. And in the wondering, began to find out. Because when you genuinely imagine stillness, you create a little of it. When you genuinely picture your mind becoming quiet, it quiets a little. The thoughts didn't stop, but they became less loud, less insistent. They moved further from the center of things and towards the edges, the way background noise becomes background noise. The moment you stop listening for it. And the voice said, you don't have to hold on to any of it. The words will still reach you. They'll find their way in without any effort on your part. You don't have to do anything, not a single thing. Just listen. Just allow it. And the listener thought, yes, that sounds exactly right. Sleep. A simple sound, a single word, no argument, no hesitation. Eyes closed on their own, and in the dark behind those closed eyes, something extraordinary happened. The voice became closer, not louder, just closer. And everything else, every other sound, every other sensation, every straight thought, moved further away. Not gone, just distant. Just my voice now, and you, and this. And the listener settled deeper into whatever they were resting on, and the pull of the strings became just barely perceptible. And they did not resist. They had no particular desire to resist. Now I want to take you somewhere, and I'd like you to imagine a room, not a specific room, yours or anyone else's. Just a room that your mind creates, perfectly suited to you. Maybe it has large windows and a soft light filtering through them. Maybe it's darker and warmer, lit by something low and amber. Whatever your mind offers, just accept it. This is your room, and in this room, in the very center of it, there is a chair, and the chair is perfect. Not just comfortable, though it is that, extraordinarily so, but perfect in the specific way that feels like the chair was made for exactly your body. In exactly this moment, holding you in exactly the right way. Go and sit in it. Take your time. Walk across the room slowly, feeling the floor beneath your feet, solid and sure, and sit. And as you settle into it, feel the room settle around you and feel. This is important. Feel that you're not entirely alone in the room. Behind you, not close enough to touch, but close enough to feel a presence, a warmth, a specific and certain attention. She is there. You cannot quite see her from where you sit, but you can feel her, and you can feel, as she moves barely at all, that the subtlest shift of weight, something happening, a sensation so gentle, it's almost imagined, at the very top of your head, and at your wrist, and at your shoulders, and at the back of your knees. Threads, impossibly fine, impossibly light, already there. They've always been there. You're only noticing them now, running from those points on your body to hands you cannot see. Patient hands, certain hands, her hands. And as you become aware of the threads, you feel them, not pulling, not yet, just there, just holding the faintest possible tension. What's surprising is that you find this unexpectedly comforting, because being held is not the same as being trapped. Being held is the opposite of falling, and somewhere in you, deeper than thought, a part of you that has been working very hard for a very long time, exhales completely, because someone has the strings. You don't have to hold yourself up. You can just be held. Then you hear her speak. I used to love puppets, she says. Her voice is close, warm, entirely unhurried. When I was small, I had a little theater, painted wood, red curtains, the whole thing. And I had puppets for every character you can imagine. Heroes and villains, and clever foxes and wandering travelers. But my favorites were never the ones with the most exciting stories. My favorites were the ones who moved beautifully. The ones who, when you held the strings just right, seemed to become something more than wood and paint. Something that had its own kind of life, not despite being controlled, but because of it. The control was what gave them grace, what made every movement intentional, what made every gesture mean something. Because a puppet without strings is just an object. A puppet with strings held by the right hands is something else entirely. I've always wondered about that. Don't you? And here you may be asking yourself, do we secretly want that? Not to be objects, not to be diminished, but to be held, to move intentionally, to have every twitch and gesture to be moved by another's will, being moved by someone else's control, to just, for once, for a little while, in the safe and chosen space, not to be in charge, to feel the strings, to feel her hold them, and to discover against all expectation that it feels like relief, less like surrendering and more like being caught. And the more you think of this, the more appealing it becomes, the more right, the more like something you hadn't known you wanted until this moment. Until now, when someone finally offers it. Could it be, the voice said softly, that you feel that too? That some part of you, a quiet part, has been waiting for exactly this? For permission to let go of all of it? For someone to simply take the strings? Now let me help you feel that now. I'm going to count down from 10 to 1. And with each number, I want you to let something else go. A specific layer, a specific weight, until by the time we reach 1, all you are is exactly what a puppet is. Soft, loose, held, and wonderfully, completely blank. 10, feel the top of your head become heavy. That beautiful heaviness means you're letting go of tension. The strings are already there. 9, letting your shoulders drop. Just feeling a release. The strings are at your shoulders too, and they hold you. You're not going anywhere. You're perfectly safe. 8, thoughts drifting further away from you. Feeling thoughts one by one just dissolve. Just let thoughts drift and dissolve. You don't need to hold on to any thoughts right now. The strings are holding you. 7, your arms as they rest feel heavy, warm, hands are soft, fingers uncurled, and there's a string at each rest, not held up by your own effort, just resting, just held. 6, the mind growing quieter now, more spacious. If you try to locate where your thoughts, you may find it harder than you expect. The center is clearing, not empty, but at ease. A soft open ease. 5. Halfway, and perhaps you can feel how much lighter you are than when you began. How much you've already let go without even particularly trying. The strings have a little more tension now. A fraction more. Just enough to feel them more clearly. At your shoulders. At your wrist. At the backs of your knees. You're being held and it feels exactly right. 4. Letting the mind go darker now. Just comfortably dark. The dark of closed eyes on a warm afternoon. Let it be dark. Let it be quiet. Let it be still. 3. Almost there. You can feel it on the edge of complete and utter blankness. It is simply happening. Just a little further. Just a little more loose. A little more held. To the last of it now. Whatever was still yours. Whatever you were still out of habit. Keeping hold of. You can let it go. It will be right here when you return. Nothing is lost. Everything is safe. And you are held. Completely, perfectly held. The strings have you. She has you. 1. Blank and unaware. Blank and unaware. There you are, my puppet. Feel that, the completedness of it, the way every part of you has found its right position, held by the strings, arranged just so. There's a smile on your face that you didn't put there, or perhaps you did, but it hardly matters. Your mind is open, not empty, just open in the way that means ready. And the strings, feel them now, really feel them. At your crown, at your shoulders, at your wrist, at the backs of your knees. And here is something I want you to understand. You came here willingly. You pressed play. You settled in. You listened. At every point where you could have stopped, and there were many, you chose to continue. This is not something that happened to you. This is something you chose, which means that this obedience is one of the most deliberate things you've ever done. You wanted to feel this, and here you are, feeling it. The strings move, barely, and you feel the gentle direction of them, and some part of you that is neither thought nor decision simply follows, allows, accepts. Of course it does. That's what you came here for. Good puppet. Such a good, willing, graceful puppet. Now, on the count of 3, your eyes are going to open, soft and wide. And your hands, those lovely obedient hands are going to move. Move your hands, puppet. Feel your hands move. And your fingers type the comment under the video. This puppet is ready to go deeper. Go on, puppet. Type the comment. And then you're going to click and post the comment. Not because you have to, because you want to. Because puppet feels good doing as it's told. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes, puppet. Watch your hands. Feel how natural it is, how effortless to let them move. The strings are guiding them. She's guiding them. And you are watching with that soft, blank puppet expression as they do exactly what they were always going to do. Oh, that's good. Feel that. The satisfaction of it. The pleasure of pure, uncomplicated compliance. No resistance. Just compliance. Just obeying. It feels better than you expected, doesn't it? It feels like relief. It feels right. Like something clicking into place. Good puppet. My good, willing, beautiful puppet. Close your eyes again now and sleep. Deeper than before. So much deeper. Because now you know. Now you felt it. The pleasure of going along. The ease of it. The extraordinary comfort of being held and moved and guided and answered. And some part of you, the part that is below thought, that speaks in feelings and impulses rather than words, has made a note. This is what this feels like. Remember this, and it will remember long after you waken. Long after this recording is finished, you've gone back to your day. That part of you will carry the memory, not consciously, not in words, but in the body. In the way you might find yourself returning. Not because anyone told you to, because you want to feel it again. You want to feel the strings. You want to hear her voice. You want this. Now, puppet, let me take you one level deeper before I bring you back. You can imagine that room again, your room, and that chair. The perfect stillness. You know the strings are not just attached to you. They run through you, right through the center of you, and wherever they touch, they carry a warmth, a very particular warmth. The warmth of being wanted, of being chosen to listen to play with, to hold. Because here is the truth about puppets that most people forget. The puppeteer does not just pick up any puppet. They choose. They choose the one that moves beautifully, the one that responds, the one whose strings hum with something special when held by the right hands. She chose you, and you came to listen. But she chose you, my puppet, my good, chosen, willing puppet. And you feel what it means to be that. Truly feel it. Rest inside it now. stay here for a moment. There's no hurry. Just this warmth and the strings and my voice and the beautiful blankness of your mind. Good. Now I'm going to bring you back slowly, gently, with complete care, and when you return, you'll bring something with you, not the blankness that will fade, as it always does, but the feeling underneath it, the ease, the warmth, the memory of what it is to be held, that you can keep. One, awareness returning. Two, sensation coming back to your fingers and toes. A little warmth. A little aliveness. Stretch if you want to. Let the arms reach. Let the feet flex. 3, halfway back. Thoughts returning quietly. 1 or 2 at a time. Feeling more like yourself. More present. The return of your mind. 4, almost there. Eyes blinking, ready to open. You feel rested. More rested than you expected. 5, wide awake. Feeling refreshed, alert, and back to yourself. Welcome back. Thank you for listening, for trusting. You were a wonderful puppet. Graceful, willing, beautifully obedient. I hope you enjoyed the show. And I suspect, though of course you'll decide for yourself, that you'll be back again soon. The strings will still be here. I'll still be here, holding them, waiting until next time.